Welcome back, everyone. We are going to talk about homeostasis and equilibrium. In a spiritual implication, on a metaphysical level, homeostasis is the idea that all beings and energies are seeking a state of inner peace and coherence. Meditation, prayer, energy healing, tap into the natural force to create balance in body, spirit, and mind. In esoteric teaching or esoteric perspective, love and harmony plays a big role. Love has high vibrational energy and ultimate life force that unify all existence. Love drives energy together and create unity. Love creates harmony. When individuals act from the energy of love, they align with higher energy that bring compassion and oneness within universe. We have seen this practice in Buddhism, Sufism, Christianity, and many other traditions. Healing power. Harmony that love creates is base for spiritual healing and bring balance and harmony. Love, polarity, and integration. In the law of polarity, everything has two opposite sides or aspects, but are just different degree of each other, hot and cold, light and dark. Harmony happens when these opposing points are brought into balance and integrated. Unity and duality. Spirituality moves beyond the division of opposition and emphasize on unity, which comes from understanding and recognizing duality, like yin and yang in Taoism. Illustrate harmony arise from interplaying of these two opposition. Our subject is going to change a little bit, and we are going to talk about sacred geometry and universal pattern. Symbolic representation. It is the study of pattern and shapes that are throughout nature and the universe. This geometric pattern, like flower of life, Fibonacci sequences, shows that energy organizes itself to achieve balance and unity. Energy structuring. Patterns of energy guide us how energy moves and organize itself in order to create harmony, which is the blueprint of creation. Principle of alignment. In a spiritual teaching, when energies are aligned with higher purpose or universal truth, move toward unity and harmony. So when individual or systems align their actions, thoughts, and intention with universal law or divine will, they are moving toward a state of balance. In alignment practices like meditation, mindfulness, act of kindness, help to bring the mind, body, and spirit into alignment, allowing for a flow of energy that moves toward unity. Divine or universal intelligence energy is in harmony and unity and constantly creating unified energy patterns. Let's talk about a little bit more about symbols in mysticism and esoteric teaching. Again, what are the purpose of these symbols and what role they play? Symbols in esoteric and mysticism are visual representation, image, or object that carry meaning beyond their senses. Purpose of using them has been to communicate and understand a spiritual truth, hidden knowledge, or universal principle, which directly related to intuition and subconscious, creating an immediate, often profound understanding. What role they play? They are bridge between realms, bridge between realm of metaphysical and physical planes. They help seekers to connect with a deeper level of reality and understand the spiritual concept. Activate inner wisdom. Studying and meditating symbols will help to access a spiritual knowledge within us. Symbols represent archetypes, patterns stored in collective consciousness. Ritual and ceremonies. Using symbols in ritual ceremonies, spiritual practices help us to connect with our inner divine, also represent protection and balance of elements as well as our chi. Let's talk about some of them, like the Eye of Horus. It represents protection, health, and spiritual insight. The Ankh, and ancient Egyptian symbols represent eternal life and union between male and female, heaven and earth, union of duality, in fact. The Tree of Life, it represents interconnectedness of all life and the life path of spiritual growth. Mandala, geometric figure that symbolizes the universe and is used as tool for meditation and achieving a spiritual focus. The Ouroboros, a serpent or dragon eating its tail, symbolizing the cycle of life, death, and rebirth, and the concept of infinity. The lotus flower. In Eastern tradition, this symbol, especially in Hinduism and Buddhism, represents purity, enlightenment, and a spiritual awakening. Meditation on lotus can inspire inner peace in difficult times. The cross. In Christianity, symbolizes sacrifice, redemption, and divine energy. Also, intersection of physical and spiritual realm. Reflection on cross can be reminder of personal sacrifices, transformation, and connection with divine. Spiral. It is an ancient symbol that represents growth, evolution, and cycle of life. It is often associated with nature's development, moving from outer consciousness to inner soul. It also represents spiritual growth and self-understanding. Labyrinth. It symbolizes the journey to center of self and back out into the world. Visualizing it can be a meditative practice for contemplation and a spiritual insight. Triangle or pyramid. It symbolizes balance and unity. It represents connection between mind, body, and spirit, or certain preservation and destruction. It symbolizes journey toward enlightenment and higher consciousness. Snake or serpent. It represents both transformation and duality, also rebirth and healing. As seen in the Greek caduceus, the staff with two entwined serpents. It represents temptation, hidden knowledge. It is powerful when we are shedding old habits and beliefs. The phoenix. It is a mystical bird which represents rises from ashes. Symbolizes rebirth, renewal, and immortality. It is also representing overcoming darkness and being reborn, stronger and wiser, with inspiration during transformation. We finish it in here for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you being with me, and talk to you in the next session. Have a good day.